Welcome back to another episode of What Would the Gamer and You Do? This is episode 8. Without further delay, let's go and get into it. This week we have another Marvel Rivals question, and it is, if Marvel Rivals reached out to you and asked you to create and introduce a strategist type of character, so those are your healers, what would you come up with? What would you do? Remember, only focus strategist for this week, and of course some criteria to consider would be to pick a character from Marvel Comics that you think would fit the strategist description. Tell me his main attack / heal ability. Tell me the moveset abilities that this character has, or some of them at least, and tell me the ultimate ability this character can do. Like, what does it do and how does it affect your team? So the character I decided to go with is Sentry / Void. And much like Cloak and Dagger, where she can switch between Cloak and then Dagger, Sentry can do the same. He can switch between Sentry and Void. And if you're in Sentry's form, his main attack is the Heal Energy Blast, which is similar to Loki, where you can either hit a character directly on your team, or you can do splash damage around the character, and it will heal them. But it only heals, so Sentry can only heal. And if you switch to Void, it's the same thing. He can use Darkness Manipulation, where he can do the same thing. He can hit an enemy with this, either directly on or around his splash damage, and will only do damage. So Sentry will only heal, Void will only do damage. Moving on to the moveset abilities, I came up with one each. So if you're Sentry, Sentry has one called Biokinesis Molecular Healing, where he can select a character and use his Biokinesis powers to give regenerative molecules to the teammate, and he would be able to heal over a small amount of time. Void has something different called Psychic Possession Torture, where he can select an enemy and push dark thoughts and bad memories through the enemy's head in a type of possession way, and it will cause them to have more damage intake. Moving on to the ultimate ability, this one's pretty neat. Your ultimate depends on whether you activate it with Sentry or with Void. So Sentry, if you activate your ultimate with Sentry, it's called Light of a Million Suns, where he will cast this large amount of light over a large area, and anybody inside the light will be healed instantly. But if you decide to use the ultimate ability as Void, it's a damage ult, where he will use Shadowed Fate, that's what I call it, and he will turn everybody into shadows on the enemy team in a certain amount of area. So that's what I would do. If Marvel Rivals asked me to create and introduce a strategist type of character to Marvel Rivals. Now I want to ask you guys, if Marvel Rivals reached out to you and asked you to create and introduce a strategist type of character to the game, what would you do? What would the gamer in you do? That's all for episode 8, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.